doing so well. We are right here at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and guess who we have on our channels? We have Kobbysalm all the way from Ghana. He's a gospel artist, he's doing a good job, and we're privileged to have him here. Karibu Kenya.
Asante, asante.
We're happy to see you.
I'm excited to actually see you, and thanks to all of you for actually waiting through. It's been a very long night, and I really want to say I appreciate your efforts. Yeah.
Right, we understand it's your first time to be here. How is the feeling?
It's actually been very smooth from the airport to here. Like, Kenya is a beautiful country. The people are actually beautiful.
What do you love about Kenya? Maybe are you expecting something from
so
Kenya?
far, I would say I think they've been very hospitable. Like, the hospitality is very good, and probably maybe going into the country itself, I'm going to actually experience a lot of things.
Maybe briefly take us through why you are here in Kenya, because now being your first time, you know, we as Kenyans, we expect a lot from you.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. So we'll be having a media tour. Myself, I think for a while now, Rejoice has been doing so well in Kenya. God being so good, myself and Jabidi would have a new single this Thursday, Faberge, and this Thursday, releasing this Thursday. So we'll be having a media tour. There's a video to it coming out. So a lot actually.
Talking of having a song with Jabidi, we understand in Kenya we have so many artists. Why did you choose to do a song with Jabidi?
Jabidi has been my friend for a long time. I think since 2016. Yeah, because he actually came to Ghana. We had a concert in Ghana, African Gospel Awards, and he came to perform. And after that, we created a connection. And last year, he came back to Ghana for another concert. And immediately after the show, which I was on, we went to the studio. We were hanging out, we went to the studio, and we recorded. So it's been this relationship, friendship. Yeah.
Your song Rejoice is a nice song. What
Thank
inspired the song before maybe you went to the studio and you did what you did and you recorded a song? What inspired you?
So the book of Philippians 4:4, which is actually my favorite verse when I was a child. Yeah. I remember when I go to Sunday school and they asked me to say my favorite memory verse. If you ask me 6 times, that's the same memory verse I'm going to say. So it says, rejoice in the Lord God always. And again, I say rejoice, which simply means that regardless of what you find yourself in, you need to be happy. You need to rejoice in the Lord because he has good plans for us, regardless of what we might be facing through currently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Apart from Jabidi, are you looking forward to do any maybe video with another Kenyan artist? And if yes, who is that?
Yeah. Since I'm in Kenya, I'm actually looking forward to working with everybody. So we are staying for a while now. So I don't mind doing 5 songs with 5 different artists every day. So by the time we leave Kenya, we'll probably have like 60 features before we leave Kenya. So I'm ready.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kenya.
Thank you, bro.
I understand you're here for your media tour for music projects. We rarely see gospel artists coming for a media tour, because most of the times international artists, when they come to Kenya, either they're coming to perform or they're coming for a business deal. Why you as a gospel artist coming to Kenya to push your brand, to push your to meet your fans?
I think that's a very good question. I think some years back I released the song The Blood featuring Yesu, and it was doing very well in Kenya. But one thing we didn't do was follow up after we released the song. So God being so good, when we released Rejoice, we realized that on YouTube it was doing very well. So I spoke to Jabidi, who's my friend, to check on the grounds in Kenya for me how the song is doing. He actually gave me a positive feedback. And I was like, okay, if the song is doing well, then I think this is the right time to actually follow up on the song. Because the first one, it did, but we didn't follow up on the song. And sometimes it's actually very good for the media and everybody in the country who's actually enjoying the music to get to know the person behind the music. So I think that's the reason why we actually decided to come along to have this media tour.
Okay, just to understand, can you share with us maybe experience? Can you compare the gospel industry in Ghana and Kenya in terms of now achievements, in terms of awards, in terms of recognition?
The gospel industry, I can talk for the gospel industry in Ghana. I'm yet to know much about the gospel industry in Kenya, but I can mention a few artists that I know, that Yowen, Mercy Masika, who's been in Ghana several times. A lot of people. But in Ghana, gospel music is actually doing great, and I think for the past 5 years we've had more than 2 artists securing top spots when it comes to overall artist of the year in Ghana, and these artists are gospel artists. And one thing I per research I got to know was, when you come to Kenya, gospel music is actually one of the biggest genres in Kenya. So I thought it was, no, I think it's a beautiful thing. It would be a beautiful thing to actually come and participate in this space.
This year was very challenging to the gospel industry, gospel ministers, gospel musicians in general. There were claims that few individuals were in association of, if you can allow me to mention, LGBTQ individuals, gospel musician. I know you from Ghana. I don't know if something is happening maybe to the gospel ministry. Maybe the allegations as well. Maybe if you can comment something on that.
No, that I don't know any of in Ghana, and it's actually not something that's legalized in Ghana. So I don't know much about it.
Okay. Just to understand, maybe now, how do you plan to spend your time? Because I believe Lynn is
so
planning something.
Our superstar Lynn is here, and however we are going to enjoy our stay in Kenya depends on her. So you know what? If I don't enjoy my trip in Kenya,
It's her.
it's Lynn.
Can you hear from Lynn? Lynn, what can you say?
All I can say is you'll definitely enjoy your stay in Kenya.
Sure.
But you will work.
We're
So
ready
get
for
ready
that.
to work.
We are ready for that.
Yes.
We're ready for that.
And maybe how are you going to connect with your fans in Ghana?
In Ghana, yes. So through social media, I think right now the world has become a global village, and through social media we can connect with our fans. We have followings on our socials, and we have some blogs in Ghana who are also following our stay in Kenya. So definitely all Ghanaians are going to get updated with everything that's going to happen here in Kenya.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In Kenya, we have our new head of state, is a very spiritual a leader.
Okay.
We have a nation whereby a God-fearing nation. I don't know if you've heard of that, and there may be plans maybe to meet our head of state, because he's very prayerful. And as a nation, what do you think will benefit having a head of state who is very religious?
I think it's very important. It's very important to have someone who has faith in God, and because when you have faith in God, you have everything, regardless of how things might seem to be going down. The belief and the faith in God is enough assurance. So to have a leader like that is amazing, and I would love to actually meet him, and also not just having faith in God, but also in a way to also help project the gospel industry, because gospel music is also a way of uplifting the faith of the people. So if we project it more, then we are giving it more strength to build the faith of the people. Yeah.
Just to ask, you being a leader, a very top influential leader in the gospel ministry, so many youths are going through a lot. How are you using your platform maybe to encourage, to inspire the youth?
So with Rejoice, a song like Rejoice, what we really touched on was mental health. And in Ghana, we started a tour in Ghana where we traveled over 10 schools in Ghana, preaching mental health, how the kids can actually protect their mental health, how they can guard it. And I think that was the message we've been preaching about. Because in as much as we are preaching the gospel, there are realities that we need to preach to the people too. And mental health is actually one thing that we don't take serious, especially in this part of Africa. And when you lose your mental, you've lost everything. You've lost everything. So it's actually one thing that we are preaching, and we being in Kenya is something that we'll be preaching even throughout the media tours.
Are you doing your video tomorrow or with Jabidi? Why did you choose to do a video in Kenya rather than doing it in Ghana?
So since it's a collaboration between myself and Jabidi, what we wanted to do, we wanted to actually have a mixed culture so that the people in Ghana can enjoy the Kenyan culture, and the people in Kenya can also vice versa. So we shot some parts in Ghana, and we are looking forward to finish up the rest here in Kenya.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to add maybe two final questions, if you can allow me.
That's right.
We've seen artists starting as gospel artists. They end up now moving to another, they're joining secular because of money, because maybe they're not patient. Because being a secular artist, it comes with advantage and disadvantage. You become a superstar, you live in large. I don't know if you can comment on that. And then maybe there are cases in Ghana, more of the same.
You just actually hit on a very trending case in Ghana, but I would want to swerve that because the person actually happens to be a very close friend of mine, who was a gospel artist and is now a secular artist. One thing I can say for a fact is being a gospel artist is not just about doing the music. It's a lifestyle. Okay, so if you're centered on just doing the music, it will get to a time frustration sets in, a lot of challenges sets in. You might not want to do it again. But if Christianity is your lifestyle, you can't run away from it. That's the only thing I can say about it. Yeah.
Is it a calling to be a gospel artist?
Yes, it has to be a calling.
The others are switching. Your friend has switched to secular.
You see, another thing is when someone becomes a gospel artist, it is very important that we embrace him, give him the necessary support, help the person grow. Because if the person becomes a gospel artist and you expect the person to live on his own, it's like you giving birth to a child and not nurturing the child. How would the child grow? It gets to a point the child goes wayward, and you see a lot of people pointing fingers at the child. Oh, this child is a wayward child, but it's just because of the upbringing. You understand? So nurturing is also very important, because even in gospel, being a gospel artist, there are a lot of temptations you face. There are a lot of challenges you face as a gospel artist. During these times, you need somebody to talk to help you build your faith, to help you move on.
Let me just ask, what was that main challenge that your friend decided now to shift?
I've not spoken to him about it.
Try to reach him?
I've not spoken to him about it yet. Honestly, I've not spoken to him about it.
The normal challenges, of course, you guys go through.
Yeah, personally, I can talk for myself. I always tell my team, I go through personal challenges, but never crossed my mind to actually switch to be a secular artist, because this is my lifestyle.
This is your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, last question to ask. We have, I understand you have prophets in the country. We have prophets in Kenya, the likes of Killer Pastor Nganga. I don't know if you get a chance maybe to meet Pastor Nganga. It's very spiritual, very entertaining, the way you preach, the way you command the service. Unique. And then we have Jesus as well in Kenya. Jesus of Tongareni.
You have Jesus?
Yes, we have in Kenya Jesus.
Really?
Yes, you've heard of that?
No, I've not.
How come?
I would want to meet Jesus
You sure?
in Kenya.
Talk to Jesus, he's watching.
Jesus, I would want to meet you again.
Jesus of Tongareni now.
Jesus what?
Of Tongareni.
Of
The Kenyan
Tongareni.
Jesus.
Oh, nice. He's a pastor.
No, it's Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Yes.
Disciples.
Oh, wow.
With the 12 disciples.
With 12 disciples.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to meet him. Probably I'll be the 10th disciple.
You didn't tell him.
Okay, maybe a message to your fans as we wind up.
Yeah, so we are in Kenya. You can follow on follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Kobbysalm, Kobbysalm, and get updated with everything we're going to do in Kenya. The new song featuring Jabidi will be out on Thursday, so you guys should expect it.
All right, Lynn, final one.
I think there's someone behind me
He doesn't want to talk?
who doesn't want to talk, but he should at least say hi and tell us who he is.
Please.
Hi, people of Kenya. My name is Pascal. I'm the management head for Guest With Us Family, basically Kobbysalm's manager, and we are here to enjoy Kenya and also introduce our product to you guys. I believe you've already heard of the Rejoice, and I believe since he's here in person, it's going to be ideal to get to know him personally and where that song was birthed from and all that. And hopefully we're going to give you other projects too with Jabidi, your superstar. So watch out, more coming your way.
Oh, nice. Right, thank you so much, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Probably before we release Kobbysalm, we would like to give him a small challenge. So since you're an
Small
artist,
challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please. We want you to do an a cappella for us.
Any of your songs. Yeah.
Okay, my manager is saying I should do the verse for the new one. Okay, so Bellafu, I dey want my own Bellafu. Will be possible, possible. Yeah, things you do will be possible. I go the wrestle with angels and never go let go until you change my name. My people from Ghana all the way to Kenya, everybody shout my name, Mr. Kipabu.
Hey, amazing, amazing. That is nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much.